Warning: this video contains footage, imagery, and conversations some viewers may find disturbing or upsetting. The topic discussed in this video is based on the ongoing events affecting the Palestinian people in Gaza. Viewer discretion is advised.
What can you report at this stage? All right. Yumna, please take cover.
Israel's killed nearly 200 Palestinians, including 58 children.
Israel is pounding northern Gaza. Its airstrikes described by the UN as relentless, with hundreds of Palestinians injured or killed this weekend.
So I haven't discussed the issue relating to Israel and Palestine on YouTube until now. However, on multiple occasions I have made my position on this matter crystal clear on social media, in particular on Reddit. Some of you may be aware that I used to be the main moderator on the subreddit r/leftist until I voluntarily stepped down so I could concentrate more on content creation. During my time as main moderator for that community, I believe I made every effort to the best of my abilities to ensure that leftists had a space to show our solidarity to the Palestinians, and doing everything in my ability to prevent Zionist extremism from overshadowing the conversations. Now that I am comparatively more active on YouTube, allow me to make my position clear on this platform as well. As far as I am concerned, siding with the Palestinians is the leftist thing to do. What Israel has done to Gaza is truly inhumane and monstrous. And yes, I do regard this as a genocide. And I know there will be those who will take exception to that characterization, but that is my position. This is a genocide. It is a genocide on the basis of the massive scale of lives lost, homes lost, with very little chance of defiance against the IDF and the Israeli state from the Palestinians. In fact, international lawyer and UN human rights expert Francea Albanese has pointed out that there are reasonable grounds to determine that what Israel is doing to Gaza is in fact genocide. Genocide is defined based on a specific set of acts, and Israel has committed at least 3 of these acts upon the Palestinians. Albanese says, and I quote, "Specifically, Israel has committed 3 acts of genocide within the requisite intent, causing serious bodily or mental harm to members of the group, deliberately inflicting on the group conditions of life calculated to bring about its physical destruction, in whole or in part, and imposing measures intended to prevent birth within the group." She also goes on to say that this is the most extreme case of a long-standing settler colonial process of erasure. This is also in line with our current day usage of the term genocide based on how the vast majority of English dictionaries define this term. According to dictionary.com, genocide is defined as the deliberate and systematic extermination of a national, racial, political, or cultural group. So let us sum up some of the main atrocities committed by Israel on the Palestinians so far. Since October 7th, 2023, Israeli forces have launched thousands of air bombardments in the Gaza Strip, killing at least 3,793 people, many of them civilians, including over 1,500 children. Shortly after that, 79 other Palestinians, including 20 children, were killed by Israeli forces and settlers, amid a spike of excessive uses of force by the IDF. October 17th, 2023, an Israeli airstrike on the Al Ali Baptist Hospital killed over 500 Palestinians. November 15th, 2023, for 10 days the IDF stormed the Al-Shifra Medical Center complex in Gaza, after a week of surrounding bombardments, claiming to be targeting tunnels that were later desecrated. During this action, patients and newborns were killed. Figures of the death toll of this event is unknown. February 15th, 2024, Israel forces raided the Nasser Medical Center complex in Khan Yunis for 10 days, resulting in many being injured and killed. March 18th, 2024, Israeli forces raided the Al-Shifa Medical Center complex again, uncovering mass graves and extensive destruction. On March 24th, 2024, the UN Security Council called for a ceasefire during Ramadan. The Israeli state refused. On April 2nd, 2024, an Israeli airstrike killed 7 humanitarian representatives from the World Central Kitchen, despite a prior coordination with the IDF. On May 26, 2024, an Israeli airstrike targets a displacement camp in Rafah, killing 45 Palestinians. On June 8, 2024, 274 Palestinians were killed in an Israeli attack, following heavy artillery and airstrikes on the Nusrat refugee camp in central Gaza. August 10, 2024, an Israeli airstrike killed over 100 worshippers during dawn prayers at Al-Tabian school, which was sheltering displaced Palestinians in Gaza. On September 10th, 2024, an Israeli airstrike targeted tents housing displaced Gazans in the Al-Mazi area of Khan Yunis, killing 40 Palestinians, 60 others were injured, while numerous of other reports of missing persons. So this is by no means a complete comprehensive list. However, there is a link in the description box if you do want to see a full list of all of the atrocities committed by the Israeli state upon the Palestinian people. But this really does paint a very clear picture of the sheer destruction that the Israeli state are inflicting upon Gaza and the Palestinian people. For anyone to acknowledge that all of this is going on and still refuses to call this a genocide, well, as far as I'm concerned, that is nothing more than intellectual dishonesty. And sure, Hamas does have a lot to answer for as well, but that does not justify what the Israeli government is doing to the Palestinians. Many would agree that the Israeli response to Hamas is overkill. And even stating that is an understatement in of itself. And I know that there is additionally a lot of false flagging from the pro-Israel side towards pro-Palestinians and just Palestinians in general, accusing us of being anti-Semitic. I will simply say that this has nothing to do with someone being Jewish. For years, I've sided with Jewish communities. I've fought against Nazis and neo-Nazis and criticized them every chance that I got, and continue, by the way, to do so. But I suspect a lot of the pro-Israel supporters know this. This is just a classic case of guilt activism, because they really don't have a credible argument to defend what the Israeli state is doing to Gaza and is doing to the Palestinians. The actual problem here, the actual issue here, is that a government is inflicting a genocide on an entire population, entire culture, an entire people, and is trying to wipe them out. That's the issue. As a humanist and a leftist, I cannot and I will not support that. What is happening to the Palestinians is a complete disgrace. It is imperialism at its core and should never be supported by any leftist, as far as I am concerned. We are talking about multitudes of these people being killed, many of them children, schools being destroyed, hospitals being destroyed, homes being destroyed. In what world is this something you can side with and defend? My position on this is clear. Palestine should be free. There are, of course, many different aspects to this topic, especially as the news of what is happening over in Gaza continues to develop. But those are my thoughts on that topic for today, and until next time, bye world.